There will be actually one more talk, so don't leave. I'm Jakob. Super nice to meet you all. I'm one of the co-founders of Lemonade Social. So we are a Web3 social events platform. And I want to talk about today about mass adoption of Web3 through the creator economy and how they are leading the mass adoption through events using this new technology. Yeah, also, to be honest, I mean, it's just a few people. Feel free to always interrupt me and just like ask some questions. Happy to have a chat. A little bit about the problem, about the current situation for creators. Creators actually need to usually use 5+ different platforms to manage events, to manage their community, to grow and engage their communities, and even to monetize their communities. All of this is usually quite expensive. So either you pay like a subscription fee for all of these different platforms, or you even maybe potentially need to hire someone to manage all of this. It's quite a lot of work even for us as a startup, like managing multiple different platforms. It's quite a lot of hassle. And moreover, like you actually don't really own your own data. Obviously everyone knows that in that room, but it's a real problem for the creator economy. On this slide, you pretty much see two things. One of the things is that the creator economy is obviously like growing and exploding over the last couple of years. And I believe in 2032, it will actually hit potentially 1 trillion in terms of like, overall revenue. And the second thing, what you see here is how important actually the long tail of the creator economy is. So if you take again, like for example, Facebook as an example, 80% of their revenue is actually generated by, the small, medium brands and the creator economy. So if a Nike or whatever big company is actually deciding, hey, we don't actually want to spend anymore on Facebook, it doesn't have that much impact because there are millions of small, medium enterprises and creators who are actually like still paying Facebook for advertisement. This is like some kind of statistic about the current situation about the event industry. Obviously, it's big and it's growing every year. But why is it important, especially also for mass adoption? First of all, obviously because it's growing. But second of all, events are actually really cool. I'm sure you guys have shared with like your friends or on social media, like how the Avalanche Summit was. Maybe you even shared with them like new technology which you have discovered during this experience. And events are cool. Everyone goes to events, and usually also events are quite innovative. I think some of the slides are a little bit fucked up, excuse my language. But this is the world, how we see it without Lemonade. It's pretty much centralized, and again, you need like a lot of different platforms to manage actually all of this. So as a creator or as a small medium brand, you have like one platform to produce content, events, you sell your products on different platforms, and also like for partnerships. And even in Web3, right, like you have different marketplaces, you have other platforms where you maybe have like exchanges, either of NFTs or crypto. So again, you need like actually a lot of these different platforms to manage your community, grow your community, and also engage your community. So this is the world how we are imagining it. This is the world with Lemonade, where everyone can create and set up their own Lemonade stand and can start building, growing, and engaging community in one platform. So we have integrated different solutions for events. So you can host on Lemonade like in real life experiences, virtual experiences, like, I don't know, virtual blockchain conferences, all of these events. Then we have integrated sales, so we have integrated like Shopify and Wix, so people can integrate like their existing shop solutions into these events where also their communities are happening. And obviously also content, and everything is matched obviously overall in sales, because that's the most important thing, right? Like you want to build community, you want to engage this community, and you also in the end want to monetize community. This is a little bit about the current stage of Web3. I think everyone in this room pretty much knows it. These are some of the brands which are obviously like already entered the space, But I also want to highlight that actually small creators and small medium brands were actually on the forefront of adopting this new technology. So they were actually the ones taking all the risk, innovating, trying out. And then later came all of these big brands, which are also important for mass adoption, because they obviously bring their existing communities into the space, and also they bring the credibility. I want to show you a little bit of like what we are doing at Lemonade, what kind of products and features we are having, and how other communities and existing brands are basically using it. So we have NFT tickets. We're multi-chain. We're currently integrated in 12 different blockchains. So event organizers can actually choose on which of the blockchains they want to host their NFT ticketing on, which also is a great opportunity, to be honest. The better the event, the better the community. Gives you a lot of leverage also to actually speak with these different blockchains, and they can potentially come in and sponsor, collaborate, or even just do like cross-marketing with you together to actually build stronger relationship and community. Then each of these tickets, you can also integrate any kinds of rewards. So we're working, for example, with Jack Daniels on a music festival. If you have one of these POAPs or NFT tickets and you go to the bar and you show it, you can actually claim also like a free drink. And you can pretty much anything in terms of like rewards you can integrate into these tickets. So it could be merchandise, could be free tickets for the next iteration and so on. And then obviously you can also authenticate ownership of these NFT tickets on chain. So we're using chain link technology to actually verify if someone is actually really the owner or not. Shops, token-gated commerce, venues, so we're collaborating actually with different venues, so you can actually go there, you can reserve a table, or like you can, this, and then you get like an NFT in return, and this long-term will actually become a Web3 loyalty program on-chain, not only, again, like for the big players, but ideally like even like for small restaurants and bars to make it like super easy for them to manage their communities in a fun and gamified way. Which is also related to this, right? Like you can hide like, I don't know, secret menus for like your core community members. So someone who goes every Friday to a bar, you can obviously engage your core community members because everything is on chain and it's easy to manage. We have our own wallet solution, so it's called Lemonade Wallet, which makes it super easy to be honest, for example, at music festivals where we have 20,000 plus people, to onboard all of them into Web3. So everyone who just RSVPs to an event automatically gets a Lemonade wallet assigned. And as soon as they RSVP, they get a pop-up, which is basically their POAP or their NFT. It's a collectible in the end of the day. And that process makes it possible, again, like to onboard like 20,000 plus people because they don't need a wallet, and we cover all the gas fees. Sustainability, that's actually something we're working on right now as well. We want to make also the event industry like way more sustainable with blockchain technology, because it would be actually quite interesting to track the footprint of each of these like bigger conferences and festivals, and to actually see in collaboration or like in to compare them with each other. So if you have a rock festival and they choose, for example, a certain blockchain which is more sustainable, or if they choose, for example, like different vendors, or like they have plastic cups instead of like, reusable cups instead of like just cups you always throw away. So measuring all of this on chain and make it super transparent in the event industry to, make this measurable. Data and insights in general, we want that everyone on our platform doesn't need to be a data scientist, so they can just use our existing data insights and dashboards to have an overview of like how many people actually came to my events, like how much time do they spend on my platform, like are they male, female, where do they spend the most of the time, and that's also related to community. So who are actually my core community members, right? Who are actually the ones joining most of my events, and who are actually the ones who are also collecting our NFTs. So you get all of these insights for the events you're hosting on our platform. Even sampling data, which is super important for sponsors, for any kind of vendors, partners, and even brands which are sponsoring like these events, because currently everyone gives away a lot of free stock, but in the end you actually don't really know who's actually taking the stock, right? Is it like, I don't know, more the younger generation, or is it more the older generation? Who are the people who are actually really interested in our samplings? Yeah, and sustainability, I already mentioned. This is the leaderboard. And yeah, in the end, we also integrate into Lemonade like a CRM. So again, you don't need to use like different platforms. So even for your event management, you can use like our existing CRM models. These are just some of the integrations we have on the Web2 side. To be honest, there are way more. And on the Web3 side, as I mentioned, we're multi-chain. We're integrated with Biconomy, Filecoin, Chainlink. So again, there are also actually, to be honest, a lot more. But yeah, these are just a few. These are some of our own IPs. So we're gonna launch actually, we will launch our own Festival Head Nation, which is our own community of festival lovers. We're doing this in collaboration with like some festivals and ICOBEV brands. And this is actually a really nice way to drag these existing brands into Web3, because sometimes if you give them a solution, it's nice for them, but they already have existing systems, what they are using. But if you actually sell them a story, which is like a PFP project where they can really start building their own community on chain, it's a really nice way to engage them, and it's our own IP. Then we're gonna launch Her Tribe. So one of my co-founders, she's going to lead it. In the event industry, to be honest, there are 80% of women which have been assaulted at music festivals or in general, like at events. I think that statistic, to be honest, is completely mind-blown. And what we want to create, like with this existing or building community, that you have safe spaces at music festivals and other events. So women can basically build their own communities, and then there will be safe spaces for women to actually go there, like to ask for help, to even like do drug tests and all of this. And we're building this through our own IPs. And then we are also going to launch actually our own decentralized record label, which allows musicians and also digital artists to collaborate with each other and to basically create digital vinyls. So we call it vinyl heads in that case. It's really important to have like your own IPs, to be honest, because we as Lemonade, we believe in data ownership. So everyone who's using our platform, it's their data, and we don't take it to advertise all of the other events. So that's one more reason also to create actually our own IPs, because then we're building on the side, besides our own platform, actually our own community and data ownership. I want to show you also in the end like a case study we're doing currently with Budweiser. So we are the agency of record for the next 2 years of Budweiser in India. And what we're doing with them is we're launching 30,000 festival head access passes. So it's a really fun way, again, like to take their existing Web2 community and bring them into Web3. So Budweiser is sponsoring a lot of music festivals, and they have usually like these Bud lounges. And what we are doing there is we're placing some iPads. People can go there, they take a selfie, and with an AI generator, it turns into an avatar, which looks pretty much like this. There are some better ones. But they are completely branded with Budweiser. They're then part of the festival community, festival heads community. And this is, again, like a really nice story to onboard people into Web3. They get an NFT, people take pictures of their avatar, and they share them all over social media. It's an easy way to build this community. Then we're gonna launch 1 million NFTs in form of NFT tickets with Budweiser. So this is just the beginning, and I will also show you, I will actually skip some slides. I will jump to it actually right now. So phase number 1, what we're doing with Budweiser is launching 1 million NFTs. And everyone who has an NFT and goes and attends one of these music festivals, they can actually go to the bar, they show their QR code and their POAP and NFT ticket, and they can actually claim a free Budweiser at the bar. So it shows you real-life utility at a music festival. And the second step, I'm not sure if it's readable, to be honest, but the second step is actually to build an on-chain loyalty program for Budweiser. So first, moving 1 million people into Web3, and second step is actually to build a loyalty program. So everyone who attended multiple festivals which Budweiser sponsored and owns these NFTs, they can get like certain rewards. So for example, they can get into a raffle to win FIFA tickets for the next FIFA World Cup. They can get like discounts, merchandise, and so on. So it allows Budweiser not only to distribute these tickets, but at the same time to actually engage, re-engage, and monetize their existing community in a really fun way. These were like huge LED screens at the music festival where like everyone like saw their own avatars. Again, people took actually pictures of it, shared it all over social media. So there was a lot of engagement going on for Budweiser, during these music festivals. So it's a 360-degree approach in the end of the day. What is like a pilot, what we're doing right now, with Budweiser in collaboration. But again, the idea is actually to build products and features also creators and small, medium brands can actually use. So we're building these pilots with like the bigger brands and moving more and more people into Web3. But everyone else can actually start leveraging our platform and our tech to start doing this. Just skipping some slides. This is a QR code. So yesterday I just quickly created a white label for Avalanche. So everyone can white label Lemonade, which means it pretty much looks like their own website. They can host all of their events and all of their community on their own potential website pretty much using our infrastructure and tech. And if you RSVP or if you scan that QR code and RSVP to the event, you actually can get one of these POAPs, so you see how seamless that process is. And I just created yesterday with Midjourney a POAP, typed in make lemonade, lemon emoji, and Avalanche, and you actually get a lemon on a big mountain. So whoever gets one of these, congratulations. And that's it. Let's make lemonade. This is my email address. So if you guys want to reach out, I'm happy to connect. And there are only 20 seconds left, but I don't know if there are any questions.